All right, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope you are doing well. We made it to another weekend, a short week, so yeah, probably a lot of people off all week actually, right? In between Christmas and New Year's, and so we're gonna have another short week next week for most everybody. So that's always a good thing. So tonight we're breaking two things. It's the back half of the case of Contenders basketball that we started on its release night, which was the 26th, the day after Christmas. And then, of course, we are also going to break another case of optic football. So Contenders is going to be first, and then optic football will be second tonight. There's a little bit of information to go over before we get started opening things up. So let's start off with that. Feedback, that's a pretty easy one, guys. Just to let you know, I have it set to be automated, so you don't ever have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback, you're going to instantly get positive in return. And of course, the second thing there is a note to say thank you, because I do appreciate you spending part of your evening with me, whether you're bidding and breaking or just hanging out and chatting or stop by just to watch and see what comes out. Whatever brings you here, I'm glad to have you. So thank you for joining me tonight. We're taking a look right now at breaks that are coming up over the course of the next few days. I've been kind of mixing in 5 and 7 day breaks this week. Many of you know I normally only do them 5 days out, but I have been doing a few 7 days out. So you're going to see things will add to this probably on many of these nights as we go along. I may throw in some 5-day other auctions in between, but this is what we look like right now. So tomorrow night, we'll open an 8-box inner case of Playbook and an 8-box Bowman's Best Baseball case. On Sunday, we're going to open a Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey, and we will start, it's the back half of a case of Bowman Draft Jumbo that we started last night. On Monday, which is New Year's Eve, we're going to break early. We're going to start at 7:30 Eastern, which is 4:30 Pacific. That also means obviously the auctions are going to end much earlier on Monday night. So you can look for those to be ending, probably around the 6 o'clock, anywhere from probably 5:30 to 6:30, somewhere in there. We'll do a couple of mixers, a 9-box NBA mixer that will have product from 2012-13 all the way up to the current 18-19 season. We'll do a 12-box NFL mixer, which will have product all the way back to 2013 up to the current season. And you can check out the listing details or the listing itself for more details about what's in each of those. On Tuesday, which is New Year's Day, we're going to start early there too. We will start at 8:30 Eastern on that one. And we'll be looking at a half case of TriStar autograph mini helmets. It'll be the start of a new case, an 8-box case of Bowman's Best Baseball, another case of optic football. On Wednesday and going forward, our new start time, probably for the rest of the winter, for the most part, instead of being 10 o'clock Eastern, we're going to move it to 9:30 Eastern. So starting Wednesday the 2nd and going forward, look for things to mostly start at 9:30. And of course in there we've got Playbook, we've got Contenders, more Bowman's Best, we've got some more Revolution basketball, more Bowman Draft, lots of stuff coming up in those days ahead. So once again, for tonight, we've got the 2 breaks. This is the order they're going in as well. So Contenders basketball is going to break first, and then optic football will break second. In both cases, I'm projecting this to be out the door to you no later than Wednesday. Now, I know that sounds like a long time away, but here's the deal, guys. Post office closes early on Saturday. It's closed on Sunday. It closes early on Monday. For New Year's Eve, it's closed entirely on Tuesday. So that's how we get to Wednesday, a little farther out than normal, but that's kind of where we sit with it. I don't think we need to worry about consolation cards tonight. Everybody should pull some cards of some sort for their team. So first up is our 6-box case of 18-19 Contenders basketball. This is a half case break. It is break number 2. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, the 28th of December. And of course, team names are on the left. The winning bidder user ID name is across from each team on the right-hand side. A new spreadsheet will go up for optic. So if you're in that break, hang tight. You'll see your name up there as soon as we get to your break. And last but not least, you're going to see me take the focus is going to change here slightly. I'm going to remove autofocus and manually set it. When I do that, it is going to blur the background a little bit, but don't be concerned about that. We're still going to be able to see the cards, should be without any issue. Now, finally, the last thing I've got to tell you is I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm a little under the weather. I have been for the last few days. But what that means is you're probably going to hear some coughing and sniffling and throat clearing and things that are unpleasant to listen to. I apologize in advance for that, but it is kind of unavoidable. And I've been highly medicating myself, trying to get it better before the break each night, but it's still kind of, you know, it's 50-50. It's iffy. So, yeah, my apologies in advance for all of that. Okay, so who is in chat tonight? Card Collectors here. Scott, J. Allen, Blake's here looking for some Atlanta Hawks. Greg is here saying hi. Let's see, what else did we see in here? I guess that is, I think that's about it. Scott says I sound awful. Yes, Scott, I don't feel too hot either. I have been a bit under the weather here. I started feeling a little off on Christmas Eve and more so on Christmas Day, but it didn't really get a hold of me until the day after Christmas and started kicking in, and I don't really know what's going on, just some kind of little something or another I managed to bring home for the holidays, an extra little holiday gift, I suppose. But I've had a flu shot, so it shouldn't be the flu. Although last year I had a flu shot and still ended up with the flu, so I guess you never know. But anyway, whatever it is. Jay Allen says, don't send us that sickness in the mail. I'm not going to send you that sickness in the mail, brother. I wash my hands about 8,000 times a day, and I know better than to cough or sneeze into my hands. My mother raised me right. You do that in the crook of your elbow and all that fun stuff. And I don't think I'm contagious anyway, because somebody in my family would have caught it, and nobody has. So whatever it is, some little creeping crud doesn't appear to be contagious anyway. Greg, you said that there is a 1-of-1 Luca listed for $7,777 for Contenders, an autographed 1-of-1 out of Contenders. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? I mean, that's like insane. Well, I mean, I guess maybe it's not when you think about the prices some other cards go for, but it does seem very high anyway. But, you know, they might get it. You never know. Luca is pretty good. Mike is here. Griffin is here. Griffin, you're just in Optic tonight. Okay. Well, we shouldn't be... I mean, this break doesn't take a terribly long time to get through Contenders, so you won't have too long to wait till we get to your Optic. Jay Allen, you need Hornets, Rockets, and Blazers. Blake is wanting to know if we had a Trae Young in the first half. Guys, did we have Trae Young in the first half? I don't think we did we? We had 2 Marvin Bagleys. We had a Luka. Did we have... I don't remember having a Trae Young in the first half. Honestly, that's not to say that we didn't. I've opened so much stuff recently. I'm not going to promise you one way or the other, but I don't necessarily remember it. We've hit him a lot in Revolution, but I don't remember hitting him in here. This is Rondo for the Celtics. Winning tickets. We'll find quite a few of those winning tickets inserts. We are also going to find a bunch of these, and these are basically just optic refractors, just variations. And they're, for the most part, they're not numbered. We might find a couple that are numbered as we go along, but the vast majority of them probably won't be. We'll find several inserts like this, too, that deal with career highlights for various players. And, of course, each box is also going to give us a couple of autographs. You all know the deal. Panini always says on average, but that's what we're looking for, is 2 per box. And we should probably find some cracked ice in here. Of course, cracked ice is typically going to be numbered to 25 when we find it. Another insert that we'll see a lot of, Hall of Fame contenders. That will be kind of throughout. Card collector, you're looking for some Tampa Bay Buccaneers when we get into optic, huh? Well, we'll see if we can't deliver that for you. Andrew, optic is going to start as soon as we get through this contenders break here. This is a playoff ticket numbered to 199. It's for the Pistons, and that is Reggie Jackson. So, you know, this is a pretty easy break here for contenders. So I would say, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell you exactly, but maybe 30 minutes or so would be optic, give or take 10 minutes in either direction, but something along those lines. Front row seat insert, Dennis Smith Jr. I'm going to call that sparkle. That may not really be called sparkle, that pattern, but there is a white sparkle that Panini has that looks very similar to that, so that's what I'm going to call it. We all know that I don't always retain the correct pattern names for Panini or Topps very often. But you know what? Somebody was looking for Trae Young, so how about we just start out with that and get that out of the way for you right now. This is numbered to 199, and there is your Trae Young up-and-coming autograph for the Hawks. That is the first autograph that we have seen tonight. So, ask and ye shall receive. Whoever was looking there for Trae Young a minute ago. And there's a Bledsoe just on one of the optic refractors. A little gold coming out, and this is a lottery ticket insert. And of course, being the gold version, I would think, is that going to be numbered maybe? Or I guess that's just the coloring maybe used on this one. I don't remember all those being gold in the background, but maybe they are. I was medicated when I opened the first half of this case too, so hard to say. But that definitely an insert, and that one was Colin Sexton for the Cleveland Cavaliers on the lottery ticket. This is a conference finals ticket. It's numbered to 135. Dwight Howard for the Washington Wizards. And we should still be finding one autograph in here, right? We've only seen the one. So where's our other one hiding? It's going to hold out to the bitter end, isn't it? Yes, it did. 76ers, Zaire Smith, another up and coming. That one numbered to 199. Those are both sticker autographs, as they, I think, are going to be kind of throughout this when they're on the insert cards. I think the majority of those will be stickers. Mike, you're looking for Jaren Jackson Jr., huh, in the Memphis Grizzlies? We'll see if we can't come up with Triple J for you out of the Grizz. Blake, I don't think we hit 2 Trae Youngs out of the first half of this case. You might not have been still, you may be switching back and forth between 2 breaks, but I don't believe we hit 2 Trae Youngs out of the first half of this. I don't think we hit any Trae Youngs out of the first half of this. We hit 2 Marvin Bagleys. We had 2 Marvin Bagleys and a Luka, but I really don't think we hit any Trae Young out of the first half. But I'm certain we didn't hit 3. Of course, Blake may also have his volume down. He may not hear what I'm saying at all, but for some reason he's thinking that we hit a couple out of the first half, but I don't think we did. Maybe we did, and I've forgotten it, but anyway, whatever the case, he got one right now, and that's what's important, I imagine. Gary Trent Jr. and the Trailblazers, that is another up-and-coming, numbered to 199. You guys are talking about, you said the sparkle stuff's going to attract germs. I'm pretty sure I'm not contagious, kids. But, as I said, I do use plenty of hand sanitizer, and I wash my hands obsessively, which is why they're always all dry and cracked up, because I can't use any lotion, you know. Yeah, because I can't get it on the cards. That's right. That is Hall of Fame contenders for the Thunder. And, yeah, plus if it was contagious, somebody in my house would have gotten it by now. Somebody in the fam would be sick if it were a contagious thing, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Oh, you definitely don't have anything to worry about if you have the Clippers tonight, because there's my man Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and that is on a playoff ticket, number 265. That's a hard-signed autograph. Shea's been playing very well, and I like that hit. If you've got the Clippers tonight, I think that should make you pretty happy as a whole. There's a winning ticket insert. And here is another optic refractor, John Wall and the Wizards on this one. Oh, you said the sparkles look like confetti. Oh, it could be called confetti. I mean, like I said, guys, I don't know what the actual pattern name is. I know there is one that looks very similar to that that's called white sparkle. Now, that particular one is not exactly white sparkle, but I'm just calling it sparkle because it looks similar to that pattern. It could very well be called confetti. I don't know. I don't know, kids. Griffin, you said you're seeing if I'm paying attention. Hey, I'm trying, brother. You know my poor feeble brain sometimes has a hard time multitasking. Multitasking while medicated is an entirely other story. Because I just kind of take whatever I can find in the house, right? So, you know. I just figure, yeah, that'll probably work. And we just take it and see what happens. So there you have it. And there is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander again on a lottery ticket insert for the Clippers. I think Shea's actually been coming out more than Kevin Knox. At least seems like I pull more Shea. So Rookie of the Year contender insert for the Bucks, Dante DiVincenzo. Oh yeah, we pulled him out of the first part of this because we pulled him in a 1-of-1 autograph printing plate. So yeah, that's one more that came out of the first half of this. This is the Nets with Carroll on the optic refractor. Jay Allen, you said you have an autograph and Greg has an autograph and Scott needs an autograph. Tell me again who your team is in here, Scott. The Raptors and the Kings. Oh, man, I wish you'd been in the first half of this. Two Marvin Bagleys came out for the Kings in the first half of this. A finals ticket that is numbered to 99 for the Nuggets with Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas 2.0, not the original Isaiah Thomas. The current Isaiah Thomas. Playoff ticket, Miles Turner and the Pacers, numbered to 199. Card collector, you said the Kings came out in the first half, so something will show up. You know, it might. Sometimes it does work that way. You know, obviously there were two Marvin Bagleys in there already, so sometimes you will find one particular team really loads up in a case. I mean, we've certainly seen that happen plenty of times with various things. Now, the next break of this that we're doing, guys, is the full 12-box case. This one we broke up into 2 6-box breaks, but the next one is the full 12-box case all at once, so keep that in mind. And we'll see then how that goes and decide from there if we want to keep going in the 12-box ratio or 12-box configuration, or if we want to go back to the half case break. We'll kind of see how the 12-box goes and plan from there. I did pick up another 16-box master of Revolution, so we're going to break that next week. My rep called and said he had one and said, did I want it? And I thought, you know, we just finished breaking that, but yet we did have some nice autographs come out of it. And it's a relatively speaking, it's an inexpensive buy-in in relation to some of the others, but the hits are pretty nice. So I told him to send it on. I think it'll probably show up here tomorrow. Actually, it could have shown up today. I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff today I haven't had time to go through yet. So it could be down there now. I don't know. Dylan, you need a hit for the Jazz. All right. You looking for Grayson Allen or somebody else? We'll see what we can manage to find for you. A playoff ticket to 199, Kevin Durant and the Warriors. Might as well grab this other one that I see floating back there. And this is a season ticket, Elfrid Payton, and it is gold. How about that? It's numbered to 10 for NOLA, New Orleans Pelicans. Like to see that low-numbered stuff come out. And here come the Mavericks again. But this one is Jalen Brunson. It's numbered to 199, up and coming. So at least Mavericks, we know you're not going home empty-handed. But of course I know who you're looking for in here too. So a season ticket, Boogie Cousins. Optic refractor, unnumbered for the Warriors. And a front row seat, Blake Griffin coming out for the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, see, this is a relatively painless break. A lot of it's base, in fact, a huge amount of it's base. And then you just, that stuff, of course, we go through at a pretty good little clip. So it's not too bad to get through. Now, you might notice, do you see that right there, guys? There's a big time imperfection on the bottom of your card. It's actually, it is the coating itself starting to peel up on the edge right there at the bottom. So I'm actually, rather than risking aggravating that, I'm going to put that card in upside down to avoid putting any pressure on that little spot. But that is J.R. Smith and the Cavaliers, again, with your kind of factory imperfection on your numbered card there. Does happen from time to time, fortunately, not really frequently, but occasionally. Hall of Fame contenders for the Celtics. That was, I think, Kyrie on there, if I kind of half looked at that one. And we have a legendary coming out. That's also for the Mavericks, isn't it? It was a Mavericks kind of case, right? This is Rolando Blackman, legendary contenders. So, Scott, that should give you some good hope for your Kings, since we had Mavericks come out in the first half. We're having Mavericks come out in the second half, so maybe the same thing's going to happen with the Kings. Some came out in the first. Let's hope we find you some more here in the second. All right, there's a Spurs LaMarcus Aldridge optic refractor. Hall of Fame contenders for the Pelicans. And this is for the Sixers, the 7 block shots, Embiid. And who do we have here? A little winning ticket for the Spurs, David Robinson on that insert. Ay, ay, ay. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. I know. I can't decide if this medicine I took today, I think, is actually making me more hyper. As if that is possible. I think it is. I think it's kind of revving me up a little bit. So maybe that was probably the wrong one to take at night, wasn't it? I'm probably going to be up all night now. On the flip side, though, I've had like half a bag of cough drops today, so the sugar alone would probably keep me up half the night. Card collector, you think we'll get another printing plate? I don't know, man. Those aren't as easy to pull, you know. Being one of ones and all, those don't come out quite as often as as some of our other stuff, but you never know. You never know. We might hit another one. Anything can happen. That's the beauty of breaking. You never know what you're going to find, and we just have to wait and see how it falls. Zach Levine for the Bulls, optic refractor. A playoff ticket to 199, Andrew Wiggins. T-Wolves, I didn't say that part, did I? But that's who it is. A lottery ticket for Luka. That one, of course, the Mavericks for the insert. Yeah, so another one of my reps called me today and offered me some more contenders at like a 50% markup over what it was in pre-order, and like probably, what, a 30% markup over retail. I was like, I might have to pass on that, brother. That's like, you're actually asking for more money than I make. I can't even break it for the price you're asking. This is Mo Bamba for the Magic. I pull a lot of Mo Bamba. I think everybody does. I think he just comes out a lot. And right behind it, our second autograph, it's for the Lakers to 199. That's Mo Wagner with an up-and-coming. His signature seems to be deteriorating, doesn't it? Like it was never very good. But I do think it seems somehow to be even getting worse the farther we go into the season. Like, is that even possible? That I mean, there wasn't much to it to begin with. But anyway, suffice to say that Mo Wagner probably did not, you know, major in calligraphy or anything. For the Hawks, it is Jeremy Lin, optic refractor. Jay Allen, you said buy a big bag of peppermint and something to knock me out at night, huh? Well, I'm not opposed to either one of those things. T-Wolves, Jimmy Butler to 135. So I don't know. It'll all be good. Just a touch under the weather. It's not that bad. Be all right. There's Luka again. That is Rookie of the Year contenders. So a couple of Luka inserts anyway so far. And 56 points for the big cat. Karl Anthony Towns insert for the Wolves. MVP Kevin Durant insert for the Warriors. And we are about to be down to 2 boxes momentarily. There's a LeBron James winning tickets. Note this one, though, guys, is for the Cavaliers. So some of the LeBrons are going to be in here for the Lakers. Some of them are in here for the Cavaliers. Obviously, they're going to be sent to whichever team is on the respective card. So those that show him as a Cavalier, go there. Those that show him as a Laker and say Lakers on it, will go there. That's how that's going to work. So card collector says Mo Wagner fell asleep halfway through signing his autograph. Well, you never know. Jay Allen, yeah, I'm with you. I actually have asthma as well. I have my inhaler laying here on the table, as a matter of fact. And that, you know, it's always so hard in winter, period. Cold air, cold weather, just like pops me pretty good with the asthma. I'm sure it does you too. And then, of course, I'm on this stupid medication that lowers my immune system response. So then just, you know, it does not take much to get me sick in the winter, unfortunately. It didn't used to be that way, but it is now. So there you go. But I don't worry too much about it for the most part. I just keep right on plugging. Because, you know, what else am I going to do? Lay around, watch TV? I don't have time for that. We got stuff to do. We got cards to get out and things to do. For the Bucks, it is Giannis, numbered to 99. The Greek Freak. season ticket Kemba Walker optic refractor for the Hornets. You know, they would technically, I guess Panini would technically call all these things that I call refractors, they probably would call prism, but you guys, I think, all know that that's the exact same thing. It just means it's coated with something that reflects the light that gives you that pretty little rainbow of colors. Number to 199, Kyle Korver and the Cavaliers. And we have a season ticket, Paul Millsap for the Nuggets. Optic refractor. This is a front row seat Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz. We haven't seen either autograph out of this box yet, have we? No, but we're about to find one. It's for the Celtics. And that one is Robert Williams to 199, up and coming. A lottery ticket, Michael Porter Jr. for the Denver Nuggets. So somewhere hiding in these last few packs, we have our second autograph out of that box, because I think we've just hit the one, right? I think Mo Wagner came out of the other box. I believe so. All right. Let's see who we got. Let's see who we've got waiting for us here in the second half. It's a Pacer. It's probably Aaron Holiday then, right? Yeah, it is. Mr. Aaron Holiday showing up for the Indiana Pacers. That is a hard signed autograph, of course. We'll have a few more inserts. There's one for New Orleans with Drew Holiday. This is Paul Pierce and the Celtics. An MVP, Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. For the Hornets, Dwight Howard insert marking his 30-point performance in some game or another. You said you thought that was the second. Which one, Jay Allen? Which are we talking about? On the Aaron Holiday was the second out of that last box. So we should have, what have we opened? 5 boxes, right? So we should have 10. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they're all there. Everything is present and accounted for up to this point. All right, kids, you know what time it is. It is last box mojo time. We got to find, Mike is pulling for the Bulls or the Grizzlies. We know Scott is pulling for the Kings, and I think it was the Raptors, was it? The Kings and the, I think either the Kings and the Blazers or the Kings and the Raptors for Scott. So we'll have to see if we can't conjure that up. So Bulls, Grizzlies, Kings, let's see what we can conjure up out of here. I'm feeling a little Kevin Knox-ish though, really. Feeling like it might be a Kevin Knox time. But I'm probably just feeling that because we already pulled Shea. And, you know, I'm always looking for Shea and Kevin to turn up together. But it doesn't usually work that way. My UK guys. I like my UK boys. Men, I should say. Jay Allen, you need the Heat and the Hornets. And then, of course, the Kings we're trying to hit for Scott. For the 76ers, that is Embiid. Numbered to 199. And a finals ticket, that is numbered to 99 for the Grizzlies. It's Mike Conley. A redemption. Ooh, the plot thickens. Who might that be? Yeah. We'll have to flip that over in a minute. Find out who that is. Of course, we do that at the end of the break, but fortunately, this is the last box. You have long to wait. Oh, man, the weird sleeves again that don't want to open. I hate those. Kevin Love and the Cavaliers with a chrome refractor, or optic, rather, refractor. Another optic refractor, Vince Carter for the Atlanta Hawks. Front row seat, Jason Tatum and the Celtics. Oh, not the Heat, the Rockets. Okay, sorry. For some reason, I thought, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. Dante DiVincenzo, Rookie of the Year contender for the Bucks. Then we have winning tickets for the Golden State Warriors. You're tired tonight, Jay Allen. Did you, well, you always get up early, though, don't you? You get up like at 5 a.m. or something, right? Like a super, super early. Russell Westbrook MVP insert for the Thunder. Yeah, I think you do get up pretty early, so I would imagine so. I guess you're probably happy that we're going to be breaking early New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and then moving to that 9:30 start time after that. Probably makes you happy. Willie Cauley-Stein insert for the Sacramento Kings. We have a hit up on us. It is for the T-Wolves, and it is Josh, whose name I never say right, Okoji. Anyway, you know, I think he might be decent for the T-Wolves. He might end up being decent. And, of course, we've still got the redemption that we're going to flip over here in a second. What will happen with that, we'll flip it over, then we'll go to the Panini website and check it out. That was winning tickets for the Spurs. And by check it out, I mean we'll go verify the team, even though we're probably going to know who it is. We're going to go look at it on that checklist, and that will show it there on the screen for everyone to see. We'll also find out what it's going to be numbered to there at the same time. Okay, so it is Robert Williams. Now, we just saw Robert Williams, but this is a cracked ice ticket, so I guess Robert Williams clearly has some stuff live, and he has some stuff redemption, because that, we already saw a live one. That's a redemption. That's going to be the Celtics, but let's go find out what that is numbered to, shall we? Let's roll over here and see what we can come up with. Oh, not hockey. Daggone it. Oh, not hockey. Crud. Got my little carried away there, didn't I? Clicking on all kinds of crazy stuff. Let's try this one more time. What are we out in playoff? Contenders. And what did I say this is? Rookie cracked ice ticket. Okay, rookie. Not season ticket. Where is... Oh my gosh, did I call it the wrong thing? Let me look at this again. No, it says rookie cracked ice ticket. So why don't I see that? Rookie, because I'm blind. Oh, there you go. And there it is, dummy. All right, 141, Robert Williams, Boston Celtics. It's going to be numbered to 25. We kind of figured that, right, with it being cracked ice, but nonetheless. There it is. Now we've all seen it. It's all happily verified. I just labeled it. And now we can get back to the main event and recap this before we move onward into our next break, of course, which is optic football. That's going to be coming up as soon as we recap this. So let me get myself organized over here on the sorting side of the mat, and now we're ready to go. All right, the Celtics with the cracked ice rookie ticket that will be numbered to 25 for Robert Williams. For the T-Wolves, there's Josh Trae Young to 199 for the Hawks. Here's Zaire to 199 for the 76ers. The Blazers have Gary Trent Jr. to 199. It's a very nice Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on a playoff ticket, numbered to 65. Did I say 35 earlier? I might have, but that's numbered to 65. It's number 30 something of 65. Then Jalen Brunson to 199 for the Mavericks. The Celtics hit here with Rolando Blackman on a legendary signature. Mo Bamba came out for the Magic. Mo Wagner to 199 for the Lakers. There's our other Robert Williams to 199, up and coming for the Celtics. And then Aaron Holiday made an appearance for the Pacers. Okay, kids, that is contenders. Now it's time for some football. It's time for a little optic football. Let me get our spreadsheet sorted out here, and we'll take a look at it before we bust into optic. So once again, your projected shipping date is Wednesday. I know that's far, but you know what? Short post office day on Saturday and Monday because it's New Year's Eve. No post office on Sunday or Tuesday. So that kind of leaves us in a little bit of a bind, doesn't it? I know. Post office is not our friend this time of year. Anyway, that is projected as a result to be out the door on Wednesday. As always, if I can get something out to you faster than the projected date, I certainly will. This is going to be a 12-box case of Donruss Optic Football. It's full case break. It's break number 3. Team names on the left. eBay user IDs of our winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. And, of course, Optic. We all know and love Optic. It's a pretty awesome product. And we're just getting started on it, really. It just came out recently, and I have got a lot of it. I always order a lot of Optic because that's an awesome product to break. I usually buy as much as they will let me have. And I think maybe we came up with, I don't know, 8 or 9 cases this year, something like that. And this is, what, our 3rd or our 4th? I should have looked, and I didn't. Anyway, we got a ways to go yet before we run out of optic football. Sorry for the nose blowing. And we do not have new products coming out again until the 11th of January, with the exception of Leaf Best of Football, which I stupidly keep forgetting to list. It technically released today. I actually got it yesterday, and for whatever reason, I've got a mental block about that product this week, and I haven't remembered to list it. So I'll sneak it in there somewhere here in the next little bit, and we'll have a little Leaf Best of Football open. But other than that, nothing new coming out until January the 11th. Okay, so, we've also got some Optic first off the line. I got to remember to list that too. Well, we have a case of that as well, so we might work that in there somewhere along the way too. So, all right. So the card collector, you were trying for the Packers, but you always get outbid. Oh, Packers are a popular team. Packers, Cowboys, Steelers. I mean, there's certain teams that are just kind of popular all the time. So there's other teams that, depending on who their rookies are more popular some years than others. But Steelers and Cowboys and Packers, you can pretty well count most of the time. Those are gonna have their fans bidding on them. Buckeyes here. Hi, Buckeye. You are looking for mojo for the Texans. And, of course, we're looking for some Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the card collector. And, oh, Griffin must have been... Griffin's the one that outbid card collector and got the pack tonight, huh? Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what we can generate out of here. Now, of course, I'm sure probably everybody, I think everybody knows, I imagine by now, that we are looking for one autograph per box here out of dear old Optic, but we will find tons and tons of inserts that are numbered in variations and things. This is numbered to 299. This particular one is Matt Ryan and the Falcons. Anytime you see that color along the edges, you know that's going to be numbered to 299. And, of course, loads of rated rookies that we'll find unless they refract or there's something special. We won't really do much with them. This is just a base prism, i.e. refractor, same as. Those are not numbered. Pointing out all of this going through the first time so that as we continue onward, unless someone specifically asks to have some of that stuff mentioned throughout, I probably won't, cover it every single time. Kirk Cousins for the Vikings, that is to 149. So anytime you see that, what I'm going to call UK blue, that's to 149. When you see more of the kind of teal Carolina sort of blue, those are the ones that are to 299. There's a rated rookie refractor for Jaleel Scott. Again, that's just a base one, so it is a prism or refractor, but it is not numbered. But nonetheless, on those rated rookies, sometimes that's a good thing. This rated rookie is going to be numbered. You've got the red border on it. It is John Kelly, and it's numbered to 99. So when you see the red border, you can expect those are going to show up numbered to that system, to 99. And if anybody wants any of the codes for that kid reporter, if anybody wants to enter their kid in that contest, you are welcome to write them down. If you see them go by or whatever. I don't obviously redeem those, but I use them for shipping and things like that. But if you want the code on it, you are welcome to it. I don't know how many cards are in here. There's 80. I guess that's about, yeah, I guess so. You just said you figured it out. So I guess that's right. There's 80 per box. So, yeah, so that would be 900 and some odd. It's actually, though, for me, the card collector, this is like a great break to sort. The break we did last night with Bowman Draft was like 1,700 cards. So it's twice as many cards, and that takes a considerable amount of time to sort and ship, as in like about 5 or 6 hours to sort and ship a break with 1,700 cards. Terry Bradshaw and the Steelers, that's an MVP insert. For the life of me, I never, ever remember the name of that. Somebody always tells me, and by the next break, I always have forgotten it again. But anyway, we'll find that pattern on a number of inserts. MVP is one of them. We'll find some that say downtown. There's a redemption, so our autograph in this particular box is in the form of a redemption. So we're going to look at that at the end of the break. We saw a Calais Campbell base refractor for the Jags. This is numbered Deron Payne to 199. So whenever you see the orange around the edges there, it is to 199. So Carolina blue is 299. Orange is 199. UK blue is 149. But yeah, Buckeye, yeah, you're right. And stuff like this, most of the time is spent just getting the cards out of the packs. You guys know how I absolutely despise having to spend so much time doing that when they could make it so much easier. Just put in like 8 cards and 10 packs, but they're never going to do that. That's to 199 for the Ravens with Terrell Suggs. There's Danny Etling and the Patriots to 299. Elite Series, I forgot about this. That one's Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll find some Elite Series rookies as well from time to time. Jalen Ramsey and the Jags. That is an Illusions insert. We'll find a lot of those. They are typically not numbered. If we come across any that are numbered, we'll call it out. That's what the Elite Series rookies look like. Also unnumbered. And don't refract unless we happen to find a parallel or something somewhere along the way. So our first autograph sits right there, face down until the end of the break, because it's a redemption. And then at the end, we'll flip over all of our redemptions at once, check them all out, and we'll roll right over to the Panini website and verify them just like we did for our basketball redemption a minute ago. Card collector, you said you hope it's Vita Vey on the redemption. For the most part, Vita's been live, I think. I don't really know if have we seen any Vita? Have anybody seen any Vita Vey redemptions? I think he's mostly live. But of course, he could be a redemption by the time we get to this part of the season. I don't know. Maybe. It seems so silly to me that our season is already coming to the last week. Our time has gone too fast with football this year. I want some more time. Of course, I mean, we got the playoffs and Super Bowl and all that, but not the same. Not the same. And I guess some of you probably saw Hard Knocks on HBO. That's Dion Lewis refractor, base refractor for the Titans. One of the things that happened on there is they made Baker Mayfield get a trailer, or an RV rather, not a trailer, an RV that he had to rent for the quarterbacks for the season. You know, the rookies always have to do something. That's what they made him do. I think he actually rented several different ones, 2 or 3 different ones. But anyway, so the guy or the company who owns those RVs now has put one of them up for sale for $200,000, and it comes with the original contract that Baker Mayfield signed to rent it, and he signed the mini fridge. Explosive insert, Stephon Diggs for the Vikings. Yeah, for the low price of $200,000. There's the Jets to 199 with Powell. Ooh, whoa, I see a little, what should be a 1 of 1, okay? But this is the superfractor pattern that Topps calls it. They call it something else, maybe here at Panini. I can't remember. But every once in a while, Panini will mess us up and make these numbered to 5, even though they should be numbered to 1 of 1 with that pattern. So let's flip this one and see what we've got. It is a 1 of 1. Woohoo! And it is Landon Collins for the Giants. Man, I wish that'd been Saquon. But nonetheless, it is nice to hit a 1 of 1 of anything, so we will take it. A 1 of 1 insert for Landon Collins. There's your man, Vita Vey. He is numbered to 99 right there for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, the card collector. He signed the mini fridge. I guess they probably asked him to or whatever, but they said he signed the mini fridge in the RV, the one that they're selling for $200,000, and that they were going to include. Whoa! I guess they probably. And they are going to hang on, and they are going to include. Like, that was so weird. The original contract that he signed when he rented it. That was super weird. All of a sudden, my iPad just like, I wasn't even touching it, and it all of a sudden blasted the volume. Like, completely on its own. So that was interesting. Nice. That's the ghost. It's the ghost acting up on me there. And the ghost in the iPad. That should be a movie. Crazy. I know, card collector, it is the ghosts. For sure. The ghosts have been running around everywhere lately, so they decided to come and all of a sudden turn up the volume on the iPad. Sammy Watkins base refractor for the Chiefs. But that was super weird because I didn't touch anything. And then just all of a sudden there it went. That was wild. Vic Beasley Jr. Falcons to 149. To 299. Devontae Booker for the Broncos. There's a Sam Darnold. That's to 299, or I'm sorry, to 199 with Ito Smith on the orange border. And Buckeye says, I hear voices. You can't make me laugh. I go into coughing fits. Ah, yes. Ah, the fun of sickness. The fun of sickness with asthma. Woo, love it. That is a Nick Foles champ is here. Insert for the Eagles. We'll find a few of those, probably with different players on them. That was a Derwin James base refractor or prism rather for the Chargers. Darius Geis rated rookie prism for the Redskins. And we have our case hit. It's for the Packers. Marquez Valdez Scantling, numbered to 35. And you've got the two-color relic there, of course, and your autograph hit. Those are one per case when you get the relic and the autograph as well. Buckeye, you are very right. I'm referring back to a comment you made a minute ago saying it doesn't look very good for our Steelers. I think that's kind of an understatement. We should beat the Bengals, but then again, we should have beat the Raiders and never found ourselves in this position anyway. But we have to beat the Bengals, and then the Browns have to beat the Ravens for us to even get in the playoffs, which is kind of absurd. That we lost those 3 or 4 games right there at the end of the season is just so stupid anyway. We never, ever, ever should have been in this position. Not to mention a tie with the Browns in week 1. I mean, good grief. Browns have gotten a lot better since then, but week 1, they weren't good and neither were we, but good grief. So it would be a small miracle, I think, for us to get in playoffs. But I will tell you this, my UPS driver, Rico, is a big Steelers fan as well, and I love Rico. I always look forward to seeing Rico every day, and we talk football for a minute while he's delivering. And he says that there's already a big, I guess it's on, I don't know if it's on GoFundMe or another one like it, but already a big fundraising drive where everybody's, committed to pledge money to Baker Mayfield's charity if he, or his foundation or whatever it is that he has, if he wins the game. Because, you guys remember last year when Andy Dalton won the game that got, who was it that got in the playoffs last year? When Dalton won that game right at the, end of the game on that, last second practically touchdown. Anyway, they sent off, might have been, was it the Jets or the Bills, or it was the Bills, because they also, I think, sent them a bunch of buffalo wings. Anyway, they donated a ton of money to Andy Dalton's foundation, so apparently all the Steelers folks are geared up, ready to donate a bunch to Baker if he can manage it. That's to 199 a Myles Garrett. Of course, Denzel Ward is going to be out for them, so that's kind of a drag. This is to 199 for the Eagles with Maddox. I mean, that doesn't help anything. The Bengals, Logan Woodside, that was a base refractor or prism. And we inexplicably put Boswell, our kicker, on IR for the last game of the week. Why bother? He's been terrible all year, but now he has some unspecified injury, and we've slapped him on IR. That's to 99, Josh Adams and the Eagles. And we signed some little undrafted dude who I think previously had been maybe with the Cardinals and somebody else. It's O.J. Howard in the Buccaneers base refractor to 149, Emmanuel Sanders and the Broncos. This is to 299, Keenan Allen and the Chargers. So, yeah, we've got this a whole new kicker coming in, too, for the weekend. So, good grief. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Buckeye, you said you saw a J. signature that had his spelled out and had his number on it. Very nice. You know, I've really only seen one card, and it might have been in Leaf. One card we pulled of him out of something where he had written an inscription as well as his trademark pour signature. And that was the most I've ever seen written by the guy. So that's kind of crazy. Oh, card collector. You met Jamon Moore at a Packers practice and he signed your football. Well, that's cool. Buckeye said, when you lose to the Raiders and the Browns and get a miracle win against the Jags, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Hey, listen, I'm not arguing with you. I think it was just crazy. Just crazy. It's, we just should have had a 10 times better season than we did. An insert for Deshaun Watson and the Texans, but it is not a prism, just a base insert. Our hit out of this box is one Anthony Miller for the Chicago Bears, who look pretty tough heading into the postseason. It is numbered to 25 with the pattern name that I can never, ever remember on it. So that is a nice hit if you've got Chicago tonight. Yeah, apparently Buckeye AB is questionable for this weekend. So, I mean, it could be that we don't even beat the Bengals, but, you know, they've got a bunch of people out too. So I kind of think we will, but you never know. Antonio Callaway, rated rookie for the Browns, numbered to 299. There's the Packers, Aaron Rodgers with a base prism. There's another Champ is here. Insert for the Eagles. But yeah, I don't expect that they're going to play AB this weekend. I mean, James Conner has practiced, I think full practice, 2 days in a row. But they're also still listing him as questionable, so I don't know. I doubt AB plays, though. I would be surprised if he does. Say he's probably going to be shut down. I'm looking forward to seeing Teddy Bridgewater play. I hope I get that game. I don't know if that's a national game or not. It might not be, since the Saints just had the national game with the Steelers, but I would like to see that Saints game to see Teddy play. Because they have named him the starter, so we'll see what shakes out of there. Buckeye, you heard Connor's playing. Yeah, I mean, you know, they still are listing him as questionable, but as I said, he did go, I believe, the last 2 days full practice, as far as I know. But you never know. Well, card collector, yeah, these cards, card collector is saying in chat about the bend in the cards, that a lot of these cards have, you know, a little slight bit of curvature to them, and that is true of any card that is coated like these cards are. So Topps Chrome, Bowman Chrome, any of the optics. Any of the cards that have this heavy, thick coating on it, that's kind of what causes it. an Illusions insert for the Rams with Todd Gurley. And it's much less now than it used to be. Carson Wentz and the Eagles base refractor. In the early days, oh my gosh, they were so much more curvature to them than you have now. Devontae Booker to 99 for the Broncos. But usually you can flatten them out when you get them in a top loader if you so desire. That's a Fans of the Game for the Patriots. Andrea DiMatteo, an actress, sent MVP Terrell Davis insert for the Broncos. Dalton Schultz and the Cowboys to 149. Earl Thomas to 299 for the Seahawks. There's a nice little Dante Pettis to 25 for the 49ers. I like that. Always like pulling the low-numbered stuff. A Michael Gallup rated rookie. That one is numbered to 50 for the Dallas Cowboys. That color is, that's sort of like a purple sort of color around the border. They're big on using a lot of shades of the same color in optic, you know. Got the Carolina blue, the UK blue, the purple. Well, it actually is, I mean, in optic, both sides of the card are the same. They're both the slick feel to them. They both have the coating. It's just the coating itself. Whatever it is about it causes it to do that. It's always been that way. It just used to be a lot worse. In the early days of it, significantly worse. I mean, if you take Prism cards from, say, 2012, which was the first year that Prism Football came out, if you take Prism Football from 12 wasn't too bad, 13 was terrible, 14 wasn't great, 15 was better, and then it's gotten progressively better for the most part since then, but some of those early ones were, yeah, big curvature. Yeah, Buckeye, we haven't seen any downtown yet tonight. That is the Jets to 299. But our Pittsburgh Steelers have a little autograph there for James Washington, who kind of got off his rear in the last game or so, and looks like he might turn the corner next year. That is numbered to 75 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, rated rookie refractor. Joe Mixon, refractor for the Bengals. I mean, and truly, most of the young guys, receivers, running backs, I mean, most of them are better in their second year. Kareem Hunt to 299 for the Chiefs. It's hard to imagine Saquon Barkley getting better, though, isn't it? But he probably will. They probably, you know, make a jump as well, I would expect. Is the Baker Mayfield downtown up to 200? Nice. We pulled one out of the last case we did of this, and it's been super inconsistent too, because the first case we did, we pulled, oh my gosh, probably 8, that's a Legend Series insert, probably 8 downtown cards, some crazy high number, and like 2 or 3 of them were Antonio Brown. And I was like, man, why are there so many in here? Because in basketball, that was always a case hit downtown. And so then, you know, everybody, you guys are all telling me in chat, it's like, oh, usually there's 2, 3, 4 a case, but we found like that massive number. It might not have been 8, but it was, I think, at least 6. I mean, there were a tremendous amount of them in that particular case. And then in our other cases, they definitely have not been so plentiful. I mean, we haven't found that high a number again. But we've been finding, I'd say, about 4, 3 or 4 for the most part. We haven't seen any yet tonight, though. But we definitely hit a Baker Mayfield one out of the I think it was the last case. So if that is going for $200, then that's awesome. That is awesome, awesome. Buckeye, you said you've been seeing about 4 in a case on average. Yeah, probably close to it. Card collector, we're not quite to the halfway point. We're getting there. We're getting there, but we're not. We've got to finish this box and then still one more before we hit the halfway mark of tonight's case. But we're making decent progress, I think. All things considered, we're rolling along pretty well. All right, I see something sparkly that could be a downtown insert. Oh, but it isn't. It's another Eagles champ is here. So, Eagles with another insert headed their way. Pays to be the Super Bowl winner, right? Elite Series for the Eagles. Insert a rated rookie base Ian Thomas prism. That's, Ian Thomas is a Panther, right? I think. Raiders Derek Carr to 299. Oh, did we have a, oh yeah, Buckeye, we did have the RPA case hit. Yeah, we did for sure. That was, hang on a minute. That is, it came out really early. It came out of our first box, I think. Or out of our second, where Redemption came out of our first, so it came out of our second box. But Marquez Valdez-Scantling, that's our case hit. This is number 199 for Antonio Callaway, 199 for Charles Clay and the Bills. A rated rookie Jalen Samuels to 299 for the Steelers. An MVP Rich Gannon throwback for the Raiders. And onward we go. Yeah, Buckeye, it came out of, I'm pretty sure it was box number 2, because I believe our Redemption came out of box 1, and the RPA case hit came out of box 2. Which also had our one-of-one card for the Giants in it. So we are making progress. Slowly but surely. It really is just having to open so many stupid packs. It doesn't seem like it adds that much time to it, but if you count how much time it takes to open a pack and then multiply that times the number of packs we have to open, yeah, it really does add up. It's T.Y. Hilton Colts to 50. Griffin, you said you're laying low. Why are you laying low, man? Why are you on the DL tonight? What's going on? You in trouble? You hiding out? This is for the Jets, a base prism to 99, Jordan Lasley, and the Ravens, Baltimore. Buckeye, you saw a case 2 nights ago, and they had 3 1-of-1 and 2 cards to 5. Well, that's nice. This is for the Vikings. It is Mike Hughes. It's numbered to 35. That one is a sticker on there. You can probably tell that, but in case you can't, it is. So the Vikings with Mike Hughes to 35 is our hit out of this box. Jared Goff Prism. This should be low numbered. Marquise Goodwin should be to 10 for the 49ers. And it is. Our nice gold borders typically mean 10 with Panini. Although they're not always as good about, there's a Todd Gurley insert for the Rams. They're not always as good, Panini, about keeping the same colors, having the same number all the way throughout. For instance, like the superfractor that we saw earlier that typically is a 1 of 1, sometimes with Panini, we found it in products being numbered to 5. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's our 1 of 1 pattern. That's like everybody's 1 of 1 pattern, tops too. And Panini put some of them to 5 with that pattern. Like, why? Why do you do that? So they're not quite as consistent as tops is. I mean, you know, with tops, you get green, it's to 99. You get blue, it's to 150. You get purple, it's to 250. You know, it's predictable. You know what you're going to get. Panini, yeah, they kind of jump around a little bit. Jordan's here. Hi, Jordan. What's happening tonight, Jordan? How's your Friday? Dolphins, Bears, Chiefs, and Rams. You already hit for the Bears, brother. You haven't hit yet for your Dolphins, your Chiefs, or your Rams, but you've got an auto for your Chicago Bears, and it was a pretty good one, numbered to 25, I think. Of course, you know we'll recap it, but you're at least on the board with it, with your list. Your wish list, holiday wish list. Keenan Allen, base refractor for the Chargers. That is Marcus Mariota to 199 for the Titans. Illusions, Jared Goff and the Rams. Legend Series insert, Rod Woodson and my Pittsburgh Steelers. And an MVP, Adrian Peterson as a Viking. And no autograph yet. Or did we get my cues out of this box? Now I've lost track. Sometimes I lose track out of what comes out of what box. I think my cues was out of the last box though, right? I think he was. Jay Allen take off on us. He might have had to go to sleep, man. He gets up so early. He might be snoozing because it's getting late when you've been up at 5 and get up at 5. All right, so when we finish this box, we will be officially at our halfway point after we look through these remaining cards here. Will be 6 of our 12 in the books. Numbered to 99, you have Bo Scarborough for the Dallas Cowboys. Christian McCaffrey, base prism for the Panthers. A Ronald Jones base rated rookie prism. That is numbered to 149. Greg Olsen for the Panthers. Of course, the Ronald Jones was for the Bucks. Marlon Mack to 299 for the Colts. And a Carson Wentz insert. Oh, Jay Allen took off after baseball. Okay. I must have missed that in the chat part. I would have wished him good night. Rashad Penny, that is to 299 for the Seahawks. Yeah, sometimes chat gets going faster than I can keep up with it. Numbered 250, the Arizona Cardinals hit Chase Edmonds. You know, that might very well be the first Chase Edmonds autograph I've hit all year. It's the first one I remember. It may not necessarily be the only one or the first one. It's the only one I remember. Josh Allen for the Cardinals. Orange border to 199. All right, that's our halfway point. 6 down, 6 to go. One redemption that we will flip at the end of the break. So I saw Philip Lindsay got shut down too for some type of injury, which I guess means he won't be able to play in the Pro Bowl, which kind of sucks because he's one of the first undrafted rookies to be elected to the Pro Bowl on the offensive side of the board. I think there have been some defensive rookies undrafted elected to the Pro Bowl their rookie year, but if he's not the first on the offensive side of the ball, he's one of the first ones. So that's kind of a bummer, man. Kid gets elected to the Pro Bowl and kind of living the dream and then gets hurt and won't even be able to play. So that's kind of a drag. Oh, your Strata stuff came today, card collector. Well, cool. That's good. Yeah, you did, I think, have a Nick Foles rookie in there out of the 2012 box. Well, of course, you know you did because you just said that. But I was just kind of going back through my head, like thinking, what all was in there? I mean, it seems like that one's been like a month ago. Joe Mixon and the Bengals to 199. Todd Gurley insert. Yeah, I know. My mind just... Emmitt Smith MVP. I mean, sometimes even by the next day, I'll hardly remember what we opened the day before because in addition to whatever we open, I have already seen probably twice that many cards earlier in the day between sorting and shipping. And so sometimes a break seems like it's in the way distant past when it was like 24 hours ago. It's Trey Quinn and the Redskins to 149. Champ is here. That's another insert hit for the Eagles. We have yet to see a downtown card in this case, which is highly unusual. Carson Wentz Elite Series, a Josh Rosen rated rookie to 299. Definitely seems to be a little feast or famine on the downtown. I think the one case we had that had so many just had to be the exception. We just had some kind of a hot case or something, I guess. I don't know. But card collector, I mean, your guy Nick Foles has been looking pretty good last week or two here that he's been playing. You've got playoff Foles again, but it has been you may be, I think, too far in the hole to make the playoffs unless. Well, I don't know. There's always a convergence of factors that can happen and push you over the edge, but I think it would take quite a few things lining up. Winston for the Bucks with a base refractor. Steelers are going to hit again. You have Jalen Samuels to 125. I like that kid. So you had the James Washington. Now you've got Jalen Samuels, and the Steelers are off to a good start in the first half of the case. For the Saints, that's Alvin Kamara, base refractor. This is to 99 for the Jets. Leonard Williams. That is just an Elite Series insert to 299. Alex Smith, Redskins. Sony Michel to 199 for the Patriots. And there's an Eric Dickerson Legend Series for the Rams. Oh, card collector, you've never seen a downtown insert before. You'll like it when you see it. They're really cool. They actually started that insert with basketball a few seasons ago, a couple seasons back. And they just moved it over to football this year. I don't remember having it last year. I think it was just this year that we got it in football. But yeah, it's a really cool little insert. I'm surprised we haven't seen any yet out of this case, but we have not. So Lamar Jackson rated rookie base refractor. And this is numbered to 25. It's Alex McGough and the Seahawks. Done pretty well with our stuff numbered to 25 in terms of finding a decent number of them so far. So far, so good. Anyway. Card collector, you saw a lot of Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that last box. Well, then that makes you happy. Find you some Buccaneers. What do you think's going to happen with Winston, card collector? Think you're going to keep him or kick him to the curb after this season? I think he might be hitting the bricks looking for a new job, but I don't know. It's not supposed to be a really quarterback-heavy draft, so maybe not. I guess I wouldn't be entirely surprised either way. Whether they keep him or cut him, I wouldn't be 100% surprised in either direction, I don't guess. All right, let's see what we've got here. There's only so far I can go, and then I want to look and see what we've got. There's an insert for the Rams with Jared Goff. Another Eagles insert. The champ is here. Been lots of those tonight. Khalil Mack base prism for the Bears. That is to 99, Patrick Peterson and the Cardinals. To 299, Booker. Broncos. To 299, Freeman and the Falcons. Well, card collector, so you hope he stays. But if he has to leave, kick him to the curb and let the agencies pick him up. Yeah, I don't know. I think he just hasn't worked out to be exactly what they expected. I just don't think he's worked out as well as they had hoped, which doesn't mean that they're going to cut him necessarily. They may very well keep him, but I just, when you're battling back and forth with Fitzmagic to keep your job from week to week, that's not always a good sign. Although, of course, Ryan Fitzpatrick has always been able to play well in certain stretches of time. Malik Jefferson, base refractor for the Bengals, which is, why he's Fitzmagic. Auden Tate, Bengals to 149. That's to 299 for the Seahawks with Shaquem Griffin. He just can't keep it going for a sustained length of time. I think that's the deal with Fitzpatrick. That's to 199, the Saints and Boston Scott. Well, right, Buckeye. I mean, that's what I'm kind of thinking, too, about Winston. They're in a little bit of a hard spot there in the sense that it's not a great draft for quarterbacks anyway. So they're either going to have to hit in free agency or they're going to have to keep him or hope that somebody's a hidden gem quarterback-wise in the draft. Although, I think Teddy Bridgewater is a free agent after this year. So, let's just, hypothetically, let's say that Teddy plays really well this week for the Saints. Larry Fitzgerald and the Cardinals. Then that opens up some possibilities. Michael Gallup, rated rookie prism for the Cowboys. Wow, the Steelers. Mason Rudolph to 50. Right now, the Steelers have pretty much their draft class. You've got James Washington, Mason Rudolph, and Jalen Samuels have all now made an appearance here for the Steelers, so that's kind of crazy. It's an MVP, LaDainian Tomlinson for the Chargers. Kirk Cousins, base prism for the Vikings. So assuming that Teddy plays well, I think that it becomes a possibility not just for the Buccaneers, but for some other teams too. Because, I mean, you got to remember, before Teddy got hurt, with the Vikings. I mean, he was on a heck of a trajectory. I mean, he was going to be a franchise level quarterback. At least that's how it looked before he went down with that gruesome injury. Now, you know, who knows how he's come back, but he's come back well enough that he battled with the Jets to the point where they were able to get a nice little bit in return for him to send him down to the Saints. So we'll see how he does this weekend. Well, Buckeye, exactly. I mean, if Ryan Fitzpatrick, God bless his heart, if he could be a little more consistent. I mean, he has days and weeks and quarters and sometimes entire games where you look at him and he's as good as anybody else out there. But then, you know, he has those whoopsie moments a little more than he can afford to have if he was going to have the permanent keys to the kingdom. Buckeye and Card Collector, you guys are right. The Steelers are hitting really a lot in Optic tonight. After not really hitting much in any of the other cases of Optic in terms of autographs, they weren't coming out all that much, but they certainly have come out of this case. That's an Elite Series for the Cowboys. That was Zeke, I think it was. Bo Scarborough took 199 for the Cowboys. And we have an autograph hit for the Colts with Quentin Nelson for the Indianapolis Colts. With a little love coming your way. That is numbered to 99. Whoops, hang on. That's what was stuck. I'm like, something's stuck behind there. That's what it was. James White and the Patriots with a base refractor. There's Dak Prescott to 99 for the boys. For them boys. Elite Series rookie Rashad Penny insert for the Seahawks. Base refractor Mohamed Sanu and the Falcons. And this is Maddox for the Eagles. And is that not numbered? I guess. Why is that not numbered? Because it's that pattern that I can't. Well, anyway, it's good for the Eagles. But apparently it is not numbered. But I thought that it should have been numbered. Well, anyway, Eagles, you have an insert. Colts, T.Y. Hilton. 199. Phillip Rivers, Chargers, 299. Buckeye, you still need a Texans hit, huh? And the Card Collector still needs his Tampa Bay Buccaneer autograph. I know we still have a wish list. I think, didn't we have a wish list for Jay Allen in here too? I think maybe we did. We've still got a few wish list hits that we need to come up with out of these last few boxes. And there's Mike Gesicki to 299, a rated rookie for the Dolphins. To 149, Austin Proel for the Bills. Haven't seen him come out of anything in a while. Christian Kirk, rated rookie Prism, a Deshaun Watson insert. Yeah, see, that's the thing about when you do Optic. It's basically the same players that you had in regular Donruss, which was really early in the season, just presented in Optic form. So, I mean, your card design is the same. Your checklist is very similar. I mean, the hits and things may vary, but as far as your base card checklist, it's very similar. And we have an MVP Aaron Rodgers insert for the Packers. You guys, we are 9 boxes in and have not seen Downtown come out yet. Huh. How about that? Feast or famine. Card collector, what happened? You said you clicked, oh, when you were bidding, you bid more than you meant to bid on the Buccaneers. I got you. You meant to bid 13 and you bid 16. Yeah, I think we've probably all done some fat finger bidding when you get on those, at least I have, on those phone screens and things. Yes, I've definitely, I've made some fat finger errors. That's what I call them, when I just punch the wrong thing or whatever, and I'm always in a hurry, and then the next thing you know, it's like I've confirmed it and whoops. Well, Buckeye, I think we've had a decent number of low-numbered cards. I mean, for Optic, you don't have a ton, and we've hit at least 4 or 5 of them to 25, and we've hit a 1 of 1. So as far as low-numbered cards, I think we've hit a decent number of those. We just haven't seen nearly the number that we usually do of the Downtown insert. That much I will agree with. But the other stuff, I mean, I think we've done pretty well on as far as our low-numbered things. Because, I mean, that pretty much, that is the bulk of what you get, are 99 and higher, with the exceptions of the ones, you know, to 25, the 1 of 1s. Occasionally, we had the 1 to 10, but a decent number of them to 25, so more than we get in many cases, anyway. There is Mike Hughes with a base prism for the Vikings. There's a Darius Geis base or rated rookie prism. A Sammy Watkins base prism for the Chiefs. There's Dante Pettis to 99 rated rookie for the 49ers. Ray McLeod to 299 for the Buffalo Bills. Another Eagles. Wow. On the other hand, we've seen way more Eagles the Champ is here than normal. I mean, we do typically find a decent number of those. But I think we have seen more of that than normal. Finally, here's a Downtown. Is it Saquon? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, nice. We pulled him, I think, out of the same case where we pulled the Baker from Downtown. We also pulled a Saquon out of that same case, the best I recall, but we have pulled him before, but that's a nice one. So that's what Downtown cards look like, card collector, and they'll each have, you know, different artwork on them based on the player that is being featured on the card. But as far as they go, that would be one we would definitely want to hit. Saquon, Baker, or of course Darnold, Rosen, any of that. Speaking of, here comes Josh Rosen, numbered to 75, a little rated rookie autograph for the Arizona Cardinals coming out. As we get down here into some of these final boxes, we're starting to hit a little of the stuff I would have expected to see. An Elite Series insert for James Washington. There's Trubisky to 299 for the Bears. I believe that Amari Cooper is going to be numbered to 50. He's a Raider on this card. Let's flip him over. And indeed, he is numbered to 50. And we got a few more packs to open yet out of this box. Yeah, Josh Rosen did sign his name really far to the left on that card. He had more space over to the right, but for whatever reason, you are correct. He was right up against the margin over there on the left-hand side for some strange reason. I think these guys probably just set and signed so many things at once that at some point they're probably just like, doesn't matter. You just kind of let it roll where it rolls. For the Bills, Charles Clay with a base prism. I'll put that whole pack in upside down, I guess. That's to 149. Winston for the Bucks. DeAndre Hopkins to 199 for the Texans. There's Josh Allen to 199 for the Buffalo Bills. Little rated rookie. That's an Elite Series Christian McCaffrey. He's had a good year this year. All right, we have got 2 boxes left. And then, of course, still a redemption to flip over. All right. We're not going to end up too far out of where I thought we would tonight. Usually, I figured it would take us about 2 hours by the time we got through Optic and the half case of contenders. Optic just takes longer because of all these dumb packs you have to open. All right, there's golden tape for the Lions to 299. Then we have Alex Collins and the Ravens to 299. An Elite Series for the Broncos. Legend Series Peyton Manning as a Colt. That is numbered to 99. John Kelly and the Rams with a rated rookie. Now, of course, you guys know, many of you, if you're reselling, you may all know this, but you can always take your rated rookies and sell them together as a lot, as a group, and usually you'll get a couple bids on something like that, even when they're not numbered, even when they're not prisms, even just like base rated rookies. If if your rookie's decent, you can put those in a group and sell that a little bit sometimes. Jair Alexander for the Packers to 299. There's a Ajayi base prism for the Eagles. Cowboys have an autograph. It is Dalton Schultz, and it's a low one, numbered to 10. With the gold parallel for the boys. Cowboys and Dalton Schultz. And Sean Lee for the Cowboys to 149. Jabril Peppers base prism for the Browns. All right, we have a few more packs to finish up this box, and then we'll be on our last one momentarily. And I see that Buckeye's already calling Last Box Mojo before we get there. He says he's trying to trick the cards. Well, it sort of worked. I mean, we did get 1 to 10 for the Cowboys. So, they're trying to fall into line for you there, man. An explosive insert, Saquon Barkley and the Giants. Jair Alexander base prism for the Packers. There's an Ezekiel Elliott insert for the Cowboys. Here comes another downtown. And it is Ronald Jones for the Buccaneers. How about that, card collector? You get yourself your very own downtown insert. I know that makes you happy. So there's your rookie Ronald Jones downtown. All right, last box. You know what that means, kids. Now it really is last box mojo time for sure. We got to collectively, you know, work the mojo, try to pull out the fire. Once again, guys, I apologize for all the snorting and sniffing and throat clearing and blah, 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 coughing and hacking. A little bit under the weather. That is a nasty little side effect of it, unfortunately. All right, so who do you think's going to be on the other side of the redemption when we flip it? Who are you feeling on the redemption tonight? There's another Eagles insert. Legends series again. Vic Beasley Jr. to 199 for the Falcons. There's a Kareem Hunt base prism for the Chiefs. LaShawn McCoy to 149 for the Bills. Buckeye, I don't know about what direct breaks we might have coming up. You know, the last few that I tried to launch didn't really get much traction. Part of that may be just because it was around the holidays, you know. It's a tough time for everybody. I was really hoping I was going to have a website built by this point in time, but every time I think I have found somebody who's going to build it, something happens, and they end up not having time, or something falls through, or whatever, which seems to be what's happened again. I mean, I thought I had people hired 2.5, 3 months ago, and that we'd be done by now, but they haven't even started. Mark Andrews and the Ravens to 299. And there's a nice little Josh Rosen to 25 for the Arizona Cardinals. So, you know, my thought was we would be doing those on the website by the time we got to 2019. But, oh yeah, well, you know, the years just keep ticking away and there's still no website. Rated rookie Ian Thomas to 149 for the Panthers. To 299, Deshaun Watson and the Texans. So I don't know, Buckeye. Maybe we may do some more, but I don't know. You think the redemption is going to be a Baker Mayfield, but you're hoping it's Kiki. You know, Kiki does come out a lot for the Texans, and I don't think I've ever pulled him live. I think he's always been a redemption. Jordan thinks it's going to be a Pat Mahomes redemption. Yeah, Buckeye, you like the ones, you like the direct breaks as long as they're not basketball. Yeah, the last one I tried to do was kind of that rolling mixer, which I thought would be fun, but apparently nobody else thought it would be fun. So, I don't know. I haven't thought about what else I want to do. I wouldn't mind doing some more of those Bowman Chrome Minis. I had fun. I don't know if you were you in on that one, Buckeye? That one, I like doing that one. The parallels out of the Bowman Chrome Mini sets from 2017. Auden Tate to 199 for the Bengals. And our last autograph that's live is for the Patriots. Sorry, why did I say the Falcons? It's the Patriots, numbered to 50, and it is Ryan Izzo. He's got a teeny tiny signature, dude. Look at that. I mean, that's like Baker Mayfield has a really tiny signature too, and so does Ryan Izzo there. That's so small. Really unusual for athletes, too. Fans of the game for the Patriots. Troy Fumagalli, base refractor for the Broncos. There's a Jameis Winston refractor for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now then, we've got to flip a redemption over. We're probably going to know the team, but you know the drill. We will go to the website and verify it over at Panini. We'll also find out at that point in time what it is numbered to. All right. It is Derwin James for the Chargers. We had another optic box not too long ago where we had 2 redemptions, and when we flipped them, they were both Derwin James for the Chargers. Crazy, right? This is just rookie autographs, so I don't believe that's going to be numbered, but we'll go check it out, and it's card number 108 in the series. So let's buzz back over here to our dear friend Panini's website and pull it up. Oh, what is wrong with me tonight? I keep like clicking one below everything I want to click. See, cold medication does not mix with my hand-eye coordination, apparently. That would seem to be the case anyway, right? All right, I need, what did I say I needed? Just rookie autographs, right? Rookie, those all say rated rookies. Did I go past it? I see just rookie autographs. Rookie, rookie, rookie. Where the heck are they? Oh. Rated rookie. Where the heck are... Am I in the wrong... I'm in the wrong thing. I went to Donruss football. I needed to go to optic, didn't I? That's what I did, didn't I? Yes, it is. Duh. I'm going, why can I not find this? I was in the wrong place, I guess. All right, rookie autographs. Where are you, please? Rookie dual autographs. There. I was just going the wrong way. I was just messed up all the way around. I don't know what happened there. I kind of lost my mind for a minute. Anyway, it's card number 108. It's Derwin James for the Chargers. It is going to be numbered. It's going to be numbered to 50. So how about that? I wasn't really expecting that to be numbered, but yet it is. So, Chargers came out a little ahead of the game, as it would seem, anyway. Once I finally got you to the right place on the checklist. Okay, let's recap here. The Derwin James redemption for the Chargers. Going to be numbered to 50, apparently, from what we saw on the website there. Ryan Izzo and the Patriots to 50. A downtown insert, Ronald Jones and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Numbered to 10, you have Dalton Schultz for the Cowboys. Here comes Josh Rosen, rated rookie to 75 for the Cardinals. A Saquon Barkley downtown insert. Quentin Nelson comes out, numbered to 99 for the Colts. Mason Rudolph and the Steelers, numbered to 50. Jalen Samuels and the Steelers to 125. Chase Edmonds to 50 for the Arizona Cardinals. Did that say 50? Yes, it does say 50. Mike Hughes and the Vikings to 35. Our case hit Marquez Valdez Scantling with the relic and signature for the Packers, numbered to 35. James Washington for the Pittsburgh Steelers to 75. There's that nice Anthony Miller for the Bears, numbered to 25. And then our 1 of 1 came out for the Giants. It is Landon Collins. And that, kids, is our break for tonight. Unless, did I stack all the ones? Let me see if I stacked all the ones numbered to 25 together. I didn't exactly, but they're sort of pseudo in the same place. Let me just sort them out of this pile. This may not be every single one of them. I might have stacked a couple of them in the pile with the other color. But since I could find these, we'll look at them. It's Dante Pettis to 25 for the 49ers. The Alex McGough to 25 for the Seahawks. A Josh Rosen to 25 for the Cardinals. to 50, a Michael Gallup and the Cowboys, and an Amari Cooper to 50 for the Raiders. Now, guys, there may well be more to 25 and or to 50 that I just simply stacked in another stack because I've got like 3 stacks of color going over here. But those are the ones that I could easily lay my hands on, so that's why we recapped those. But obviously, if you saw another one go by earlier, you know you're going to get it. All the cards ship out of here, so if it's supposed to be heading to you, it will. We'll recap real quickly through the spreadsheet for anybody who might be interested in what's coming up in the days ahead and or the shipping info. We'll take a quick little buzz through that. So tomorrow night, we're going to be opening an 8-box case of Playbook and an 8-box case of Bowman's Best Baseball. On Sunday, we'll open an autographed baseball jersey and a half case of Bowman Draft Jumbo, back half of a case that we started last night. On Monday night, which is New Year's Eve, we're going to start at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. That means all the auctions are ending earlier, too. I don't remember exactly what time I started listing, but probably they'll fall somewhere between like 5:30 and 6:30 or thereabouts. We're going to do a 9-box NBA mixer. It will have product as far back as the 2012-13 season, all the way up through the current 18-19 season. Then we'll do a 12-box NFL mixer. It's going to have product from 2013 all the way up to the current year, including a little 2017 plates and patches that I came across recently. That's thrown in there too. On Tuesday, New Year's Day, January 1st. We'll start early that night, too, at 8:30 Eastern. And again, everything that means, of course, the auctions are going to end earlier than normal as well. We'll do a half case of TriStar Hidden Treasures autographed mini football helmets. That's going to be the first half of a brand new case. I've had these sitting here for a while and kind of forgot about them. Then we'll do an 8-box case of Bowman's Best and a 12-box case of Optic. So we'll be fairly busy on Tuesday night. On Wednesday and going forward, note, starting Wednesday the 2nd, we're going to do our standard time is going to move from 10 Eastern up a half hour to 9:30 Eastern. And it's probably going to stay that way for the most part throughout the rest of the winter. So Wednesday night, autographed basketball jersey, another case of Playbook football, a full 12-box case of Contenders basketball. Thursday, we got a Hit Parade autographed football jersey, more Bowman's Best. We're going to do a 16-box master case of Revolution basketball. On Friday the 4th, we'll do another half case of the mini helmets and more Bowman Draft. So that's kind of what we're looking like in the days ahead. Then, guys, the shipping information, once again, projected that what we open tonight, projected to go out on or about Wednesday. It's a little later than normal, but that's because the post office closes early on Saturday every week. It's closed on Sunday, of course, because Monday is New Year's Eve. Yep, you got it. They close early that day, too. And then they don't bring us any mail on Tuesday for New Year's Day. So that's why we're projecting Wednesday. We've got 2 short days where they're not at the post office nearly as long as normal, and then 2 days where they won't be delivering at all between now and then. If I can get it out to you quicker than that, of course I will, but I would not necessarily plan on that. And once again, there's what we opened tonight and who was involved in those breaks. Caleb, you were asking about watching Contenders. Of course, yeah, that was our first break of the night. And, of course, we're wrapping up here for the evening. So fairly soon after this, you'll find that there's an option to watch the break. YouTube will archive a version of the break, and that archived version is typically going to be available within the first couple of hours after the break concludes. It's just simply going to say something like live stream or something like that. And then the uploaded version, it's the exact same content as far as what's on the video. The only difference is it will have the proper tags and titles to make it easier to search. And that will show up sometime between now and tomorrow night. So you'll have 2 options to watch the break, the first of which should be available to you here within the next hour or 2. And I guess that is it for me tonight. Once again, thank you everyone for joining. I appreciate you being here. We'll be back at it tomorrow night. Hopefully I will see one or more of you then. Take care, guys. Bye now.